Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'll be showing you around my 2020 MT-03 and all the mods that I have done to it over the past 2 years. So I have a list with me because the list is so big of things that I have done to this bike and I want to try to cover everything for you guys. As you can see from the bike, we're following like this kind of black theme. Most of the screws painted black because I really wanted to keep the black theme. So starting off from the front, you might see that we deleted the horn here from the front of the bike. I think it looks so much better like this. And I actually changed the place where we keep the horn. It's right under here near the exhaust. It holds really well and it works just perfectly. I did an extension of the horn cable. So continuing on the front part of the bike, you might notice a lot of red details throughout the bike. These are the Fren Tubo racing brake lines. They are braided brake lines. I have an install video about them on the channel, which you can see right here on the upper right corner. And then continuing on the front part of the bike, we have the R&G Fork Protectors on both sides, on this side and on this side. There's a lot of R&G protection throughout the bike. Here on the front, we also have the TST Industries turn signals. They are smoked turn signals, which they look really nice. I prefer these over the clear ones that they offer also, and they work perfectly throughout the day and night. Here on the cockpit section, you might see we have the R&G lever protections on both sides. I also have an install video on this on the channel. We have these normal CNC levers, short levers. They are adjustable levers, which you can adjust them to your preference on how you prefer on the distance from the lever to the handlebar. We have small details around the bike, such as this oil reservoir cover saying MT-03. I also painted the handlebar black. I got this powder coated at a powder coating shop here in my local city, and also some other bits which I'll show next. We also have the CNC mirrors. These are kind of Rizoma lookalike. These are not original Rizoma mirrors. They're just CNC mirrors. They work okay. They're more just for the looks because the bike looks really aggressive with these mirrors instead of the stock ones. We also have the color Clusterz kit here on the dash, which inverts the colors. Many people ask how I did this. I have a video which is also right here right now on the channel showing how you can do this and invert the colors from white to black on your dash. On the handlebar, we also have the quad lock system, which I use for my phone. With the steering dampener, this makes a lot of difference so you don't damage your phone. Continue on to this part of the bike, we have the Pro Grip tank protection. This is just so I don't scratch my jacket or suit while I ride. Here you might see the R&G Tank Grips. These are really helpful. While you're riding, you can squeeze your legs against the tank and these will grip your legs on the bike. Here we have the R&G Aero crash protectors. This is a must for your bike. If the bike falls, damage will be mostly here, so then it doesn't get on most of the plastics, engine case covers, and other bits. We also have on both sides the engine case covers from R&G Racing, one here and the other. These are the racing series that they offer. Here you can see the other crash protection from R&G. Everything just looks super nice, all blacked out. Really happy with the result of this project. On the foot pegs, these are the stock foot pegs on both sides, but I got them powder coated black, same as the handlebar. I think it makes such a big difference on the bike. I will get to performance last, referring to the exhaust and other performance mods that I also have done to the bike. So moving on to this back section, many people also ask me, this is the Covix alarm system that I use on my bike, which they also offer this support system for your alarm. This is really good because while you're riding, you can just place your alarm system right here. Yeah, so you don't have to put it in your jacket, carry an extra weight. It just stays here, and when you stop riding, you take it out and you place it on your disc. You might notice that the passenger foot pegs are also powder coated black, and most of the screws around the bike. Here we have the R&G Swing Arm Protectors, and I also have these bobbins which I can place my bike on the stand when I'm working on the bike, changing tires and other things. Here on the rear section of the bike, this part of the bike, I really wanted to keep it clean and simple. We have the TST Industries integrated taillight system. This is the taillight. It's a smoked version and it has the turn signals included. And this is also the TST license plate. So this just makes the bike look super clean from behind and I really like the looks. For the chain of this bike, I replaced the front sprocket and the rear sprocket and also the chain. These are the racing series from Renthal. I replaced them in my 20,000 kilometers service that I did on the bike. nothing to add. It just feels great. It's same amount of rear teeth on both in the front and back as the stock Yamaha. These are cheaper and they're actually better quality according to people that I know which race bikes. Another small detail of the bike, it's this back brake reservoir cover saying MT-03, and I also have a USB charger here, so when I'm using my phone here and I have a small USB charger, and I can just open this, charge my phone while I'm riding. I also have this radiator guard. This is a cheap radiator guard, it works fine, which yeah, I've always had this since the beginning of having the bike. Performance wise, what I have done to this bike is of course the full exhaust system by SC Project. This is an original exhaust. This exhaust is actually made for the R3, but you can fit it on the MT-03 by doing some little steps. Here on the front, on this plastic, you just have to cut a bit of this plastic, sand off, so then it doesn't hit the exhaust pipe. You can't barely notice what I have done. A couple months ago, I removed the emissions filter here from this bike. It's a lot of extra weight. Of course, the bikes have to come with it to pass all the laws, but I removed it. I bought a kit from Smart Moto. Here's a picture, and I removed the whole system. You save a lot of weight. Like I said before, I removed the emissions filters, so if you have a black canister right here, which it's supposed to be underneath this part, you can just remove this and just cover the holes for the tubes which are coming into the canister, and so then it doesn't hit the exhaust. I already spoke to Yamaha about this. It's completely okay for you to remove the canister and just plug the holes. If you have any questions, just comment down below. I'll try to get to everyone, but it's super simple, and this is how you fit an SC Project exhaust on the MT-03. Moving on, this bike has an ECU flash done by T3 Performance here in Portugal. Doing an ECU flash just adds a lot of power to your bike. It's so much smoother, but along with that, I also have a Dynojet kit, a Power Commander 5, which I'll show you right now. So here underneath my seat, you might see the Dynojet Power Commander 5, which is right here, which was also custom tuned at T3 Performance. So with these two things, man, this bike is super powerful. A lot of acceleration due to the exhaust and the ECU flash and the Power Commander. I also have a BMC air filter, a racing air filter inside the Airbox, and inside the Airbox I also have the racing covers, which you can see a picture right here. This just adds way more airflow into the bike, but you shouldn't do this unless you have an ECU flash, because then you're just adding extra air into the bike. The bike is not going to run well. If you're going to do this, please do an ECU flash. Since this bike has an ECU flash, I had to remove the O2 sensor from the exhaust because the bike was trying to correct what it was reading. So I have a Smart Moto Eliminator here for the exhaust sensor, and also a Smart Moto, just a screw which covers the hole here on the exhaust for the exhaust sensor. So I think I covered everything on the mods that I have done to this bike. It was a really cool project to have been doing. I think the bike turned out stunning, and yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, just let me know down in the description and I'll try to answer all of them. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, just shoot me a message, and follow me on Instagram for many pictures that I have of the bike. See you in the next video.